Welcome to another Going Beyond the Scale episode. It is Monday, and I am going to, each day, I have a general idea of what I want to kind of cover as a topic. And it's been interesting as I've started this journey of speaking with you guys, sharing things with you every day. It's become a habit. I'm very comfortable as a speaker in front of lots of people. And as you know, that the chances of speaking to audiences now is pretty dry. You can do things virtually. So I'm really glad that you guys are showing up and you're responding and you're giving me an opportunity to literally keep in the practice of communicating with people and sharing things that hopefully are helping you. So what I've been doing is since it's been a few weeks now, I've been thinking through what is it I want to kind of do each particular day, not very specifically, but kind of as a broad range. So I look at Mondays as motivation. I originally was going to talk about this topic I'm going to bring up in a second every Monday, but I was like, nah, it's too limited. So I thought about it, you know what? I want to talk about motivation because usually on a Monday, that's the day that we want to be motivated, want to move forward. And it's such a broad topic. So there's a lot of things that I can share in that particular place. But if you noticed what I posted today, let me go back up for a second. So if you listened to yesterday, which was a little chat about expect the unexpected, one of the things that I shared was that once I come up with something on a Sunday, I'm going to remind myself and all of you that are listening in of a particular word, which is a particular action that I'm asking myself and all of us to consider doing through that particular week. It's just a practice. It's just something to kind of wake us up about different things that we might want to be able to do. So the word that I was talking about, the action I was asking myself and all of us to do in this coming week was surprise. The idea of surprising yourself by doing something you've not done before, surprising someone that you maybe not talked to before, or maybe it's a random stranger that you meet. You're at the store, and you just literally do something that would be joyful, something that would contribute to them. Maybe it's a conversation. Maybe you're acknowledging them for something. So I haven't done it yet today, but what I decided I was going to do was I'm going to surprise my friend Elizabeth Blackman, who lives out in Carmel, California. Very cool lady. And I will also post something about Elizabeth later because she's an amazing person. She's an energy healer. She's helped my friend Teresa out, who lives in Carmel as well. She's helped her with some things that she's had as challenges. And I've done 3 sessions with Elizabeth, and it's fascinating. So anyway, my surprise, the action I'm taking today is I'm literally going, she doesn't know I'm calling her. I'm just going to call her. I have not talked to her probably well over a month, might be a month and a half. Out of clear blue sky, going to surprise her, say hi, see how she's doing, and just let that conversation evolve. So I will share with you guys who Elizabeth is because I think it's somebody that you might want to learn about what she's doing. It might be something for you or your friends or family that you might want to engage in and talk to her about. So anyway, so I just want to put that out there first. That's my surprise. I'm taking the action of I asked what I wanted you guys to do today. So I'm taking the action after this, and you'll see with my post how I did that. Anyway, back to Motivation Monday. So music has been something that's been in my life in the background a lot. And that picture that I posted, Don't Stop Movin', with Jennifer, was a demo piece that Jenny did back when she was, I think, around 16 or 17. If you know Jennifer's background, you know that Jennifer was a singer, a pop singer, jazz singer, somebody that had this idea that she wanted to have that be her career when she was younger, which is not unusual a lot of times when people are younger. And Kim and I took Jenny to many voice lessons in Manhattan with Bill Riley, who is an extremely accomplished voice coach. And he's coached and still does Celine Dion. He was the person who was helping Bill Clinton when Bill Clinton lost his voice. Tons of Broadway stars, all kinds of people. He has a long list of people that he has coached. So Jenny, at a very young age, she had a great voice. She still has a great voice. I mean, the voice hasn't gone away. She's decided that that's not the area of her life that she wants to pursue. At least that's at this moment. Who knows? You know, people do things later in the life. I don't know. She might decide later on to do that. But when Jenny was younger, a teen, she really wanted to do that. And so she spent a lot of time and energy putting together different pieces she did. She did some demo reels. And that one particular song, Don't Stop Movin', was one that I have always loved. I've always loved that because I love the lyrics. And so Kim designed the cover. Jenny did the piece. We produced it. We did a demo of it. Jenny did some other demos, some jazz demos that she did. But that particular song, why I loved it and still do, is because the lyrics are so powerful. She didn't write the lyrics. She just was performing that song. And what I love about it is that when you hear the music, when you hear the beat, it's very inspiring. And the reason I bring that up on this Monday for Motivation Monday is that I started to really realize that one of the things when I'm really engaged, when I'm what I would call exercising powerfully or I'm eating better, I'm using music as a catalyst, as a coach, as a reminder for myself. And I want to share a couple of tricks with you guys today as some things to consider. So let's say you want to be able to bust through some cravings where you have an issue where you really, you don't want to eat at night. And as much as you have the greatest intentions, as the evening goes along, it's like, yeah, you know what? I'll start again tomorrow. I know I do that many, many times. But the one thing that I will tell you that I've found that works when I get my head to do it, because all these things work, but you got to get your head ahead of time in the game before this happens. So if I know that I want to make a difference in what I'm eating at night, I will make sure that I have a playlist available very quickly that I can turn on a piece of music. Because what I will do is I will go back and I will listen to a piece of music that maybe I was working out that day, or maybe it's one of my go-tos, and no matter what goes on, if I listen to that song, it just like reframes my thinking. Music is extremely powerful. It's an amazing motivator. Sometimes when I'm working out, I'll listen to a podcast. I love listening to podcasts, but there's no two ways about it. If I am listening to music, I am much more intense in my workout. Same thing happens when I'm doing a Peloton, whether it's a Peloton power walk, a hike, a run, a Peloton ride. When the music is powerful, it's amazing how much more I can do. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of times people forget. They forget that probably the best thing that could get them up off the couch, if you never did another thing, if you actually sat down this week and you put together a playlist of it could be 2 songs, 3 songs, it could be half a dozen songs that you know that when you hear them, you really want to be energized or you are energized by them. So what I would like to offer you to do is to think about this week, today, think about putting together a playlist of songs that you think will really move you forward in what you're doing. Especially if you've been stuck, this is the perfect time to do it. I know I showed this to you guys every once in a while. If you want to be able to get a free copy of my ebook of Smartphone Fit, I mentioned and I share some of the ideas that I have around using music in your working out, in the way that you're eating. I will tell you that if you take some of those songs and you have them available, the next time you get a craving, here's what I would say. Test this out. I guarantee you it works. If you really have a craving to eat something that you really are like, oh my God, I got to eat this thing, listen to at least one song that normally when you're working out, it's the one that you're just so supercharged mentally and you really push you next level. All you have to do, listen to the song completely and then see after you listen to it whether or not you still want to eat whatever that thing is that you were craving. You might. I'm not saying it's foolproof, but it works. It works pretty well. It especially works pretty well if you actually, like anything, if you practice it, if you start looking for opportunities to plug some music into your day. So here's what I would suggest. Download the book if you don't have it. Go to smartphonefit.com. Download the book, fine. But even if you don't download the book, this week, especially, surprise yourself. Maybe surprise somebody else with the same idea. Share it with somebody else. That's the other thing I would tell you. If I'm sharing something here and it really seems to do something for you, I would suggest share it with someone else, because you're going to find that actually it will help you do it, and you will be surprised at how much they will be excited, especially if they take your advice. So today, this week, I'll probably come back and mention somewhere along the line, and probably I'll post some songs that I'm listening to this week, because I'm really stepping up a lot of my training and things that I'm doing right now. I will probably post some pieces in there, my favorite songs that are my go-to songs. And if you have some go-to songs that really you think are amazing, post them. Go post them under Going Beyond the Scale. Share them with people. I'd love to hear what people's thinking around it is. It'd be great this week if we got a bunch of people posting the songs that really are inspiring them. I'd love to have some new music that would do that. I can tell you on the flip side, I've gone to classes where, especially some spin classes, where there was some music that was like, oh my God, I could not wait to get out of the room. So if you're someone that's training people, or you're somebody that is sharing music, give them some context about what the music is. And so sometimes you want to share just the song. A lot of times what I find is there's a certain song that not only has a beat that I love, but the lyrics are like just amazing. So sometimes I'll go through, you can Google it and Google the lyrics, and I will pull quotes out of there. I'll pull things out of there as mental reminders. So music is powerful. It's probably one of the most powerful mental motivators for not only our health and well-being for exercise, but literally for what you're eating, whether it's you're eating well or you're not eating well. The other thing that happens a lot of times, and I'll probably over the next few weeks, next few months, there's some different articles that are great about some of the studies that they've done about not only music that's energizing, but also relaxing, music that's really relaxing for you. Also, if you're somebody that doesn't want to meditate, you could actually meditate and just rewire your stress level by what you're listening to as well. So that's another technique that you can use. So that's it for today. Motivation Monday is all about music. Love to hear your thoughts. Love to see you guys posting what songs are the songs that really are your go-tos, or if you hear a new piece of music that you really are excited about, share that as well. I'd love to hear that. As always, thank you for your generosity, your time. Thank you for sharing what you're doing with everyone in here and supporting everyone in here. And also, please make sure that you share what we're doing with other people that you think it will help them in whatever their well-being journey is. Until then, have a great day. Have a powerful day. Listen to some great music, and I'll be back tomorrow.